So this tutorial is going to explore a new object that's going to allow us to play sound files and trigger them from the keyboard, so expanding into the recorded realm. Before we were working with sine tones and making a synthesizer that emulated the harmonic series. So this main object that we're going to focus on is an object called sfplay with tilde at the end. And what sfplay does, it stands for sound file play. And what we can do is take sfplay and make a asterisk tilde and maybe put 0.8. This is our amplifier, so instead of having to turn the sound up and down every time we start up the software, we can just assign it a maximum amplitude. And then we were going to use our easy DAC to get the sound back out into our sound card, and that sets up the digital part of what we're going to do. The top part will be the control. So in order to control sfplay and assign it samples, you need to do a couple of things. First, you need to introduce a toggle switch, which is T. And if we just connect up a box to the toggle switch, we can, connect it up to the right side, and we toggle on and off. We can see what toggle does is basically exists in two states, 0 and 1. So 1 will be on, 0 will be off. So in order to make this toggle work with a bang button, if we look at a bang button and see the message it sends out, it doesn't send out numbers, it sends out a signal or a command called bang. So this isn't going to turn on and off the toggle like we need it. So we actually need to hit M for message and give us a 1. This will send the 1 into the toggle and turn it on. So now we have the toggle on. The question is, that turns the sound file on, but how do we turn it off? Well, what sfplay is designed to do is have an off switch after the sound file has finished playing. So if we take the lower right hand outlet of sfplay and bring it up to the toggle switch, when the sound file is finished playing, sfplay will send a 0 out, and that will turn the toggle off. So now we have everything set up to play a sound file. The question is, how do we get a sound file into play? So to do that, we need to hit M for message box and type open. And then we need to connect the message box up to the left inlet of sfplay, and then click do command mouse click to lock the screen so you can interact with it. And if you click open, it will give you a browser to select a sample. So this is the kind of quick and dirty way of getting a sample in. So I could select birds, or maybe select dump truck. Now dump truck is loaded in there. Again, my computer is not capturing my sound, so you might not hear anything. But if we turn the sound file off, turn the the toggle off, and we hit our A key to start the file, it's playing the file now, and I'm hearing the file, but you might not be able to hear the file. But watch what happens when the sound file is over. It turns the toggle off. So this is sort of a self-enclosed system to turn things on and off. Now, the only problem with this is that if we might make multiple different sfplay chains to be able to play different sound files, for example, if we want to trigger 5 or 6 different sound files, then every time we go in to start up our program, for every sound file, it's going to ask us, what sound file is. You won't be a sound file there until you click open and load it. Well, we can solve this problem by just typing in, let's look at the name of the sound file first. So dump underscore truck. So as long as that sound file is in the same folder as your max patch, it will play. So you can type in dump underscore truck, and that will automatically load the sound file. It won't bring up the dialog box. But that doesn't load it when the program opens up. There's a very, very important object in MaxMSP called load bang. And what this does is it sends a bang out of that object when the program first starts up, when the patch first opens. So what this will do is it will automatically send a message to open the sfplay, open the sound file in the sfplay. So this is a way that you can assign particular sound files to automatically open, so that when you when you open up the file, it's ready to, when you open up your max patch, it's ready to go. So this is one solution. The other solution, you don't have to follow this. This is just sort of an extra thing. This here is functional, I think, in order to make your kind of success in being able to not be so tedious every time you open up the program and have to type on a new open box and get a new file in. You can also use something else that will make it much quicker. And this is called a menu, a U menu. It's basically a pull-down menu. So if you type in new N for new object and then type U-M-E-N-U, it will give you a menu that's got nothing in it, but that we can populate it with names. So let's just go back again and kind of get rid of this and just look at the names of our sound files. So let's choose birds and dump truck. So to populate this menu, we want to have message box, and we want to use something called append. So we want to say append bird, and then comma space append dump underscore truck. And then we can click command mouse click to lock and click this, and it will give us a menu with the sound files that we want to play. Again, the sound files need to be in the same folder as this max patch wherever you save it. So that's the first part of kind of making something a little bit more efficient to select samples. And then in order to complete that process, instead of using a message box like this, we have to use another new object, which is prepend, which basically whatever comes into it, it adds whatever we want before it. So if we say prepend open and connect that up, if we look at what's coming out of there, if we hit prepend, hit dump truck, it needs to be connected up to the middle one. The left one is the number and the middle one is the actual word. So that was the menu number. So again, don't connect it to the first one, connect it to the middle one. So let's try that again. Now we have bird. So now it says open bird, which is exactly the same thing that we need to have sent into the sfplay, and open dump truck. You can stretch this out. So now we can get rid of this and bring this over here and connect this up to sfplay. Now, rather than having to open a browser menu, we've kind of put the browser menu inside. So every time we click on this, it's going to give us another sound file. And there's all kinds of extra control and functionality over this that we can kind of discuss as we kind of go on to the final design stage. But if you want a particular sound file to open when you from a U menu, if we click on, if we do assign a box to see the output of that first inlet, bird is 0. It's number 0 in the menu. So we can also use load bang in this way. Actually, let's use another one called load mess. This is just going to allow us to input numbers. So if we want the bird to come in, and that's the 0 in the menu, then we can just hit load mess 0. And so when the program starts up and this max patch starts up, it will automatically bang this menu and it'll make the menu switch to bird, and then that will automatically load it up into sfplay. And then when you hit it, it's now playing the bird. Then it's all ready to go. So you don't have to restart everything every time you start up. So this is the goal of this tutorial, and I want you to kind of do the same thing. Maybe select what I would suggest is you have 5 sound files that you create a U menu, and then when you copy and paste this, you need to copy and paste this multiple times. Now what you can do is you can connect this one up to a different button on your keyboard, and this one up to yet another button on your keyboard, whatever that is. And now you could, if there's more than 2, you could assign 1 or 2 different keys. And now basically what you have is two or multiple different ways of triggering sound files. So this is the goal of the assignment, to be able to make something that looks like this and successfully play sound files back.